Hey guys, man, glare, I swear. I really wish I had better lighting in my room. I just, I don't. They're just like, they're literally right overhead, so anything down here just glares. I'm sorry, I tried my hardest to keep the glare off, but I'm about to get started on my next layout for Annabelle's album for Mini Monday. And this one was, again, a 2-page spread. So I'm going to turn this into one because I don't need 2 pages here. I'm going to try to keep this title as far as, keeping it uniquely you. I have these alphabets here. I'm going to hope that they're going to fit, but I haven't used these at all. They're all still in here. And I love this font. This is Marquise from Thickers, and these were from 2012. And they're brown and they have some little stitching detail along the edges, if you can see that. I love these. I have these in red and in black as well, and I've never used the brown ones apparently, so I'm going to use these today. Hopefully they're going to fit. But this layout is about Annabelle and something that we discovered on her leg after, having her for a few weeks. She has this little, I don't know if it's a birthmark or just a little mark on the inside of her back left leg, and it's shaped like the state of Texas. And it's really, really probably hard to see. It's very faint, as you can tell. I hope you guys can see that. But it's very faint. That was as close up as I could get a picture of, because I literally was like, Josh, hold her leg so I can get a picture of that. And it's really funny because we adopted her in Texas. We lived in San Antonio at the time when we adopted Annabelle. So I thought it was kind of funny. She still has that mark, and it's just kind of like almost like a little stamp and reminder of Texas and, finding our baby. So that was funny. And I'm going to try to keep these pictures the way they are. I have them half matted. As you can tell, they're not fully matted on there, but there's also on some brads here, but I think I can, the brads are like in between the paper and the cardstock, so I think I can pull that up easily and be able to use that still. And then just take off the pictures. I do like this journaling as well. I'm not sure if I'm gonna, I guess I'll just probably copy it down. I think it's almost a little bit too wide to put where I'm going to need to put it on an 8.5 by 11, along with these 2 pictures and the title. So I think I'm probably just going to copy word for word what I wrote down here because I really like it. But yep, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on this one. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut down my paper here to an 8.5 by 11. This is by Bella Boulevard. It's from their Rover collection. And I decided pretty early on, actually, right after I finished talking, I'm only going to use this picture here. And the reason for that is because the other picture, I talk about a little pink spot on her snout, which she did have at that time, but she actually doesn't even have that anymore. So I'm not sure if it was just like hair needed to come in there or something. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but she doesn't have that little pink spot anymore on the left side of her snout. So I'm not going to document that one. I'll just save that picture for another time. So I'm just going to use this picture here, and that's it. As you can tell, I took it off of the background and everything. I do like that orange paper as well, so I am going to cut a sliver of it to use on this page. I'm going to take the brads out just for a second, just until I kind of get everything where I want it to go because they were a little bit hindering. So I am going to cut a little bit of this down because I really like this pattern. It's a very subtle like dog head pattern. So I'm just going to cut a little bit out of the center there, and I'm going to use that. There is a little piece ripped from when I ripped the picture up, but I'm going to be able to cover that, no problem. And then I have this piece of stripe paper also from the Bella Boulevard Rover collection, and I'm going to use that as well. All right, I'm going to decide not to use that. It's a little bit, I don't know, I don't love that. And then even looking at the picture, it's still a little bit hard to tell. So I'm just going to highlight her little spot in a different way. All right, so I'm going to get all of my letters here out to spell uniquely you. And my original plan was to have it along the bottom of the picture there. So that's kind of what I'm gearing up for. And I really like how the word you can fit nicely in between the Q and the Y of the uniquely. I really like that. So that's kind of my original plan. But then I realized I'm not going to be able to put the brads there if I do that because the brads are going to go right where that L is. So I was like, do I want to nix the brads, or do I just want to put them down below or put them up top? Like, what do I want to do? And I really do like the brads aspect of it, so I do want to keep that. I'm going to decide to go ahead and put this up on top. I'm going to have the uniquely right on top of the pattern paper, like kind of use that as my shelf, and then the U is going to go right underneath it on the actual striped pattern paper. And so what I'm doing is I'm doing the U part in between the Q and the Y just to make sure that I have it spaced out correctly so that it's going to fit. So I'm kind of mapping that part out first, and then I will put the rest of my title down. So I got that done. And then in order to highlight the spot there, I'm just going to use this foam thicker that is an open heart, and it's black. And that just helps highlight, you know, her little spot. And you can see it in the picture for sure. So I like that better than using the little circle that I had printed out earlier. So I got my brads back in there. And now I'm going to look for some stuff to embellish with. I'm actually looking for some washi tape. I didn't know if I had pulled any to use in this album, and I didn't, so I'm going to just grab some from my stash here, and I just grabbed like a orange kind of a crosshatch pattern there, and I just need to cover up that little spot there, and that helps it out. And then I'm going to add another little piece up here next to the title, and those will kind of help house some embellishment areas as well. All right, so now I'm going to work on my journaling. I pulled this card here. It's a little bit too big though. I don't need to say all that much. So I just pulled another little scrap piece of paper. That's also going to help me further to cover up that little spot where the paper had ripped underneath. The washi tape does help, but this is just going to help it a little bit more. And so I am talking about how her little spot is one of my favorite little unique things about her, and, you know, super fitting since we lived in Texas at the time when we found her. And it was so funny. I think Josh was wrestling on the ground with her or something, and then I noticed it, and I was like, wait, what is that? And we were like inspecting it and everything. She was trying to snap at her hands. It was funny. All right, so I got my journaling there. And now I need to think about embellishing, and I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do. So this right here is a little cutout and a stamp and a cutout that my friend Jamie sent me, and it definitely looks like her. So this is something that she had stamped, and I think she had like a die cut of it as well, kind of one of those stamp and die cut sets, and then she used Copic markers to actually color that in. So it's really super cute, and I'm going to use that there. And I like how it just kind of fits in around the journaling a little bit right there. I have that little cutout that says silly, so I'm going to put that up here as well, and then go ahead and stick this cute little dog down here. Super cute. And, you know, in that picture, Annabelle's definitely, you know, being playful and stuff. So I thought that was nice and fitting. And it's really funny because the position that little dog is in, Annabelle does that all the time. If she starts getting excited, we start playing with her, she kind of goes down on her front legs like that with her butt in the air. So I'll have to get a picture of her like that so I can use another one of those. It's really cute. All right, so I have this heart or this flower here from that little Dog Days pack, and it's from Deja Views. I've had that for a very long time, and I grabbed the other one as well. There's two little green little die cut flowers, so I'm going to use that. And I keep looking at it going, it needs something else, it needs something else. What does it need? And I think it needs a mat. So I grab an 8.5 by 11 piece of black cardstock, and that's perfect. It helps bring out the black in the heart and in the journaling as well. So I'm going to cut down my layout a little bit on each side, and then that is going to help me kind of finish it off. And I think that just adds, you know, just the extra little touch that it needed. It kind of helped to bring it all together. So I'm going to come back here and talk to you live. All right, guys, so I am going to call this one done. I was kind of looking at it for a little bit and just not sure, you know, if I wanted to add anything else. And but matting it with this black really helped, I think, and it brought out the black in the heart that I have right here and the black in the journaling as well. So yes, I use brown and black together. It's okay. It looks fine. I don't even think that color rule really applies anymore. But I am really happy with the way that this has turned out now. And yeah, I'm going to call this one done. So that is another page in Annabelle's album. All right, so I will be back again soon with some more videos, and just let me know down below if you guys have any questions, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.